Hi there! Welcome to today's lesson, where we're going to dive into a topic that's always on everyone's mind: money. We all use it, we all need it, and we certainly all talk about it. But have you ever stopped to think about the specific words we use when discussing finances? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore today. We'll be looking at 10 essential verbs that are commonly used when talking about money. Let's kick things off with our first verb: deposit. When you put money into your bank account, you're depositing it. It's a simple action, but it's the foundation of many financial transactions. You might say, "I need to deposit my paycheck before the weekend." Next up, we have withdrawal. This is essentially the opposite of depositing. When you take money out of your account, whether it's from an ATM or at the bank counter, you're withdrawing it. For example, I withdrew some cash for my weekend trip. Moving on to our third verb, transfer. This is when you move money from one place to another, often between different accounts. You might transfer money from your checking account to your savings account, or even to someone else's account. I transferred some funds to cover my monthly bills. Now, let's talk about a verb that's crucial for financial stability: save. When you set aside money for future use, you're saving it. It's a habit that financial advisors always encourage. I'm trying to save more money this year for a down payment on a house. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we need more money than we have. That's where our fifth verb comes in: borrow. When you temporarily take money from someone or an institution with the intention of paying it back, you're borrowing. I had to borrow some money from my parents to buy a car. On the flip side of borrowing, we have lend. This is when you give money to someone temporarily, expecting them to return it. Banks lend money to customers, and sometimes friends lend money to each other. The bank lends money to home buyers in the form of mortgages. Our seventh verb is one that often comes with a bit of stress: owe. When you've borrowed money and haven't paid it back yet, you owe that money. After taking out a student loan, I owe quite a bit to the bank. Next, we have a verb that's all about growth: invest. When you put money into something with the hope of getting more money back in the future, you're investing. This could be in stocks, real estate, or even education. I decided to invest some of my savings in the stock market. Our ninth verb is one we all hope to do more of: earn. This is when you receive money in exchange for work or as a return on investments. I'm working overtime to earn extra money for my vacation. And finally, we have spend. This is probably the verb we're all most familiar with when it comes to money. Whenever you use money to buy goods or services, you're spending it. I'm trying to spend less on unnecessary items and save more instead. Now, let's take a moment to practice using these verbs in the past tense. Yesterday, I deposited my paycheck, withdrew some cash, and transferred money to my savings account. Last month, I saved quite a bit, but I also had to borrow some from a friend. The bank lent me money for a new car, so now I owe them monthly payments. I invested in some stocks, earned a nice return, and then spent some of the profits on a nice dinner. These verbs are essential for discussing financial matters, whether you're talking about personal finances, business transactions, or economic trends. By using these specific verbs, you can communicate more clearly and accurately about money-related topics. Remember, language is a powerful tool in the world of finance. The more precisely you can express yourself, the better you can manage your money and communicate with others about financial matters. Whether you're discussing your personal budget with family, negotiating a salary with an employer, or seeking advice from a financial professional, these verbs will serve you well. It's also worth noting that while these verbs are commonly used in everyday conversations about money, they also have more formal applications in the world of finance and economics. For instance, when you hear news reports about banks lending money, or companies investing in new technologies, they're using these same verbs in a broader economic context. As we wrap up today's lesson, I hope you've gained a better understanding of these key verbs related to money. Practice using them in your daily conversations, and you'll find that discussing financial matters becomes easier and more precise. But don't stop here. The world of finance vocabulary is vast and fascinating. There are many more words and phrases to learn that can help you navigate the complex world of money with confidence. From budgeting to diversifying, from compound interest to capital gains, there's always more to explore. So, why not challenge yourself to use these verbs in your conversations this week? Try to incorporate them when discussing your finances with friends or family. The more you use them, the more natural they'll become, and the more confident you'll feel when talking about money matters. Remember, understanding and being able to articulate financial concepts clearly is a valuable skill in today's world. It can help you make better financial decisions, communicate more effectively with financial professionals, and even advance in your career if you work in a field that deals with money. We've covered a lot of ground today, but there's always more to learn when it comes to the language of money. So, keep your ears open for these verbs in conversations, news reports, and financial advice columns. You'll be surprised at how often they come up once you're aware of them. Thank you for joining me for this lesson on money-related verbs. I hope you found it informative and useful. Remember, the key to mastering any aspect of language is practice, so don't be afraid to use these new words as often as you can. Stay tuned for our next lesson, where we'll dive into more fascinating aspects of the English language. Whether it's idioms, grammar tips, or vocabulary for specific situations, we're here to help you on your language learning journey. Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep enjoying the process of expanding your English skills. Who knows? Maybe next time we meet, you'll be the one teaching me some new financial vocabulary. Take care, and I'll see you in our next lesson.